flip the coin. The person that says, look, I need to make a promise to God, I'm going to serve Him as best I can, they're sincere, they haven't really understood the gospel. And people that are using that as an invitation, I want you to come forward, I want you to promise that you're going to serve Christ forever. Guy says, look, if I'm really honest, I'd like to, but man, I can't tell you about tomorrow. How does a person ever get secure in this salvation?
That's an excellent question. I remember an evangelist saying one time, why don't you come forward and promise that you're going to follow Christ? Promise that you're going to follow Christ? You and I, John, have known Christ for years and we struggle following Him. Can you imagine somebody out there saying, oh, I'm going to follow Jesus? That's not the gospel. When you come to Jesus Christ, you don't come making a promise that you're going to follow Him. You don't come to promise anything. You come to receive something. Like the hymn says, nothing in my hands I bring, simply to thy cross I cling. So true salvation means that I give up all attempts even to promise God that I'm going to do A, B, C, or D. It means that I come to God with all of my need, with all of my sin, unchanged. But I come to put my faith in somebody who can save me and give me the righteousness I need to stand in the presence of a holy God. And it is that simplicity of faith, of transfer of trust, not Christ and these sacraments over here, Christ and my good works, Christ and this. The more beautiful we see Jesus Christ and the truth of the gospel and what He did for us on the cross, the greater faith is inspired in our heart, and assurance comes by knowing that Jesus Christ paid it all. I often say this, and I will be saying it again in another segment, because we're going to be talking about this business of assurance and doubt. But let me say it here. If you believe that when Jesus died on the cross, He did all that ever will be necessary for you to stand in God's presence, and you embrace that for yourself, you will know that you are saved. Why? Because it does not rest on your merit, but 100% on the merit of Jesus. See, John, if I think that salvation is 95% of God, but I've got this 5% over here, how can I have assurance? I can't trust my 5% of the equation. When I see that Jesus paid it all and said, it is finished, when I see the wonder of what He did and the completeness for those who believe, and I trust Him, I am received in God's presence as if I were Him. And that's the beauty of the gospel.